Hello people, my name is Vilicious. We're gonna snipe chunked this episode with Artificer. So what we want to do for this is just deal a lot of damage very fast in 1 second burst. One way to do it, if you are okay with playing on Drizzle, is you pick Drizzle, you rush stage 3, hope for rally point delta, pick up the Prey on accumulator, and then you just hit the teleporter boss with both the Prey on and your right click at the same time. So you press Q, so it has a bit of a channel. You start charging your right click, and then you release your right click whenever your Prey on fires, and then you just hit the boss with that. Hopefully you don't get a lesser imp or a magma worm, because they are very hard to hit that way. We are gonna, since we're on Monsoon, it's a bit harder to do. Also, I don't want to just do a bunch of runs where we restart whenever we don't get rally point delta. It might get harder to do later on if you start looping, just because there's multiple bosses, so you want to be able to do it kind of fast. We're gonna pick up at least 1 crowbar, and we're hopefully gonna get 1 or 2 rings. If we get a use item, we're gonna pick up Prey on accumulator, and we're gonna try to do it on every boss until it starts spawning multiple bosses. And I'm just gonna keep picking up strong items for damage. So rings, preferably the ice ring probably. I might pick up 1 fire ring, Chiaro. I think Runald is the ice ring, right? And Chiaro is the fire. I just call them, you know, fire or ice ring. Usually. Not too sure about more crowbars. We might want to pick up something just so that we don't die here. So like a medkit or something. It's the green items that's gonna help us with the one shot, and specifically a Prey on. Hopefully we get at least 1 equipment piece before we go to the final boss. Or go to stage 3 or 4. If we're fast enough, we shouldn't get 2 bosses on stage 4, but since we're looking for chests, we probably are gonna get 1, so I'm gonna say that stage 3 is gonna be our last opportunity anyways. Should be easier with commando anyways, just because we get more items. I guess we take another crowbar. It's 150 first item, first crowbar. I think it's 150. And then it's 50 scaling. I'm pretty sure those are the numbers. So it doesn't give that much effect after getting the first one, but it's the most damage for 1 hit, which is what we want to go for here. Okay, that should be enough crowbars, honestly. There isn't really any good white damage items for Artificer, specifically not when going for this challenge. So I guess goat hoops just so that we can traverse the map faster and get our chests faster. No large chests, sadly. If we're really lucky, there's a Prey on in this one. Or, you know, I have no equipment. Green item, I'm okay with this. We're gonna pick up a Runal Band. ACG, in theory, is good, because it deals a lot of damage, but it takes longer than 1 second for it to hit the mob. Runald's Band is instant, so that's why I'm picking it up. We're gonna keep stacking the ice band, and the fire band deals damage and damage over time. That's why I don't want to get it. We might get equipment out of this. If we get a Prey on here, we already have the thing, and then we just restart without command. Gonna push this twice. That kind of sucks. Just getting medkits so that we don't die. We're not gonna be able to do it here, but that's fine. We just see how much damage we deal. Yeah, as you can see, we deal quite a lot. We have that Prayon on top of that, and the Prayon got the crowbar effect, then we would have been pretty much set. I'd rather have this one give us a green item than a boss item, but it's gonna give us a boss item just because of that. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's actually a green item, good. And the fuel cells isn't that important. They don't really help us with the achievement, just because we're only gonna fire it once, right? We can't fire it twice. I think it needs to shoot before it starts channeling the next. If you can stack them, like if you can shoot 2 Prayons at the same time by just mashing the button, then yeah, that's good. But I don't think you can. I'm just gonna go and play this for the rest of our money. Because we're specifically... Oh, there's an equipment over there. I'm stupid. Okay, we're gonna go grab that then. Could have had it on this stage, but that's fine. We can grab it on the next stage too. No problem. Prayon, there we go. Let's go play on this a little bit. We're spending a lot of time, so I might be messing up here. We might get 2 bosses on stage 3. Hopefully we can finish the achievement on the next stage though. I'm gonna grab another crowbar just to make sure that we do it. I'm probably gonna skip small chests on this stage. I'm just gonna look around and see if there's a large chest. Any green items at this point is very good because it's 300% more damage. But regular chests, white items won't do anything really. The scariest part about waiting with this achievement until the next stage, stage 3, is because of the boss types are a bit harder to hit, usually. I missed that. Not sure why I'm farming for this chest, but we got paid plenty. Good. Guillotines wouldn't do anything. I know you might think first glance, oh, guillotine, they have less HP, but we're not fighting elite bosses here. And at the point we start fighting elite bosses, it's gonna be too late and more of them spawn. You might be able to do this achievement if there's multiple bosses spawning, but I think you need to delete the large HP bar. I think that's what the achievement is tracking. So you would have to stack them, which is just harder. Sometimes when they spawn multiple bosses, they spawn really far apart. Okay, this should be it. Okay. So now we just want to spawn this, and it's not 1 second from when the boss spawns, it's 1 second from when you deal damage to it first, right? So we have the Titan here. Press Q, start charging, right click, and there you go. Not harder than that. And now we're just gonna suicide, we're gonna remove command, and we're gonna have a proper run. Okay, nice. I guess what we'll do is I personally prefer Nanobomb, but we're gonna do a run with Nano-Spear, I guess. Remove command. I didn't really get to play Artificer last time, just because I was aiming for the achievement. So we're gonna try to obliterate. We're gonna try to get some of these if we can. Multi-kill of 20 enemies, that's gonna happen by itself by then. I mean, Nano-Bomb would be better for that, but if we don't get it, we're gonna use Nano-Bomb later. This ability is not very strong anyway, so I wouldn't use it, but this one, on the other hand, is considered strong. 15 enemies before touching the ground, that should be doable. If we get some damage on the later stage. Okay, so the Nano-Spear. It deals less damage than the Nano-Bomb, but you shoot it in a straight line, it pierces. I need to remember that I'm not using command right now, so I actually need to make choices about farming and stuff. There's a lot of chests here. I'm not too big of a fan of equipment chests, honestly. But we're gonna open this one. They can hard carry you. Most of the time they don't. There's so few equipment items that are like actually really good, especially on a character like this. Yeah, like this blast shower is not gonna do anything for us. It removes all negative effects, including the ring activation proc debuff, so you can use this to refresh your rings if you have those. So that would be good, but we need the rings first. So that was a very bad first chest. The only thing, honestly, that would be very useful there would be Prayon or Royal Capacitor for just for the stage 1 boss. Crowbar is fine on this character. Oh yeah, the spear also freezes the enemies, so they execute. And you can use it on Mithrix too, to freeze him. Harvest Site. That's fine. We don't deal damage fast enough on this character, so I would say medkits and cautious slugs are probably a better way of healing than Harvest Site. Then again, we deal a lot of AoE damage. Well, not really, since we don't have Nano-Bomb. But yeah. The 5% crit is kind of good though. I guess we are okay with this. There's a scrapper, but I'm not gonna scrap anything on stage 1 really. Unless we pick up something like fresh meat. This would have been very good for the Huntress if you're not using command. I don't want to print my crowbar. I feel like the crowbar is stronger. Oh, look. That's actually good. We can now use the blast shower. So we're gonna shoot this, and then we're gonna use it right away. It only has a 20-second cooldown. I'm gonna keep shooting. I have no idea, no reason to wait. Then we got another ring proc there. Might actually die here. Yep, I'm dead. Ah, that was bad. I didn't respect. I thought I had enough DPS. I've been playing way too much with command. Let's just go again. Forget about that run. I keep thinking that I have so much damage I don't have to care about that thing. We have 3 multi-shops straight away, and all of them have bad items. That is amazing. Tri-tip would have been good on pretty much any other character, but don't really need it on Artificer. She can't stack it easily. I guess it's better than a random item just because we can stack it with our flame beam, but I'm gonna go random rather than brute here. That was not good. I shouldn't have picked that up. Well, we have a scrapper here. I personally always scrap personal shield generators just because they mess up your one-shot protection. If you're playing a character with a bit more HP, then they might be good. Because you take so long healing anyways. So that you might as well have a bit more HP. I mean, fresh meat is kind of useful on stage 1. I would have taken the banner on a attack speed character, but we're not. fresh meat is 2 flat HP to your regular regen. On top of your regular regen. For 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. I don't remember. It heals you. I think 1 heals you 30 HP over whatever time it is, and 2 heals you. Those armor piercing rounds are actually way better than the bleed for this stage. This is bad, no matter how you look at it, because it takes so long whenever you stack them anyways, because it just adds time. If it actually added flat HP regen per stack, then they would probably be good. Or at least decent. They would be somewhere around the lines of a cautious slug. But right now they're pretty much only useful on stage 1 or 2 on the low HP characters. It's so little anyways, so it doesn't matter. It's the worst healing item you can get. I would say even Bustling Fungus is better, because on the early stages you can at least stand still sometimes, and you can stand still on Mithrix if you have a Bustling Fungus. There's 2 chests up there. I'm actually gonna go for them. I'm spending a bit of time on this stage, but that's fine. Also, if you're playing Engineer, Bustling Fungus is like one of the best items. There's an equipment chest there. I'm not gonna farm for it. I'd rather open that chest right there. And I don't want to go back up here once we kill the boss. Oh, there's 3 chests there. We really want it to spawn more elites now. That's good. We can open all of them. There we go. Only bad items, armor piercing rounds being the best. And then we can open this chest and then we move on. If I get enough money, I'm gonna open the equipment chest, but I'd rather open the equipment chest than play the shrine, that's for sure, but oh, backup mag is actually really good. Get enough money, so we go for the equipment chest. Another one down there, not gonna farm for it. I'm just gonna open this and go for the boss. And that's why I don't like equipment chests. This is completely useless for us. Radar scanner, I'm not sure if I showed it before, but whenever you use it, you get the scan question marks for chests and capsules and anything you can interact with, really. You don't see any difference, so you don't know what's over there. If you could see a difference, like if you could tell, oh, there's a cloaked chest over here, and there's a large chest over here, and there's a damage chest or a healing chest over here, then it might actually be good. But since it's only question marks, it doesn't really do too much for you. I don't want to be outside the area, but I want to actually pay attention to this boss. I missed both of my ice spears there. Very low priority, that mob. I got pushed down by a lesser imp. We're gonna use our flamethrower here. We actually had a lot of damage because I had 2 armor piercings. I'm letting too many wisps spawn. This is why you wanna kill wisps. I might actually die here. Armor plate would be very good in that situation, but we're fine. And as you can tell from my HP how little the fresh meat does, even though we're on stage 1 where it's the most useful. Right. If it stacked with itself, so for every mob you killed, you get 2 HP per second or whatever it is, that would be strong, I guess. Or decent at least, but actually it might do that. Did we just discover something hidden? It looked like I healed for a lot there for a bit. Looks like it. I'm not sure. I can't really tell. I might just be not focusing on things. It needs proper testing. But I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I feel like that would have been mentioned, but... Or at least it should show. But they might have missed that when they put the item in. Pretty bad stage 2. I'm gonna try to stick to like 2 chests here, because we spent a lot of time on the last stage. Unless we find a bunch of large chests, of course. If this doesn't have anything good in it, I'm just gonna pass it. 66, crowbar. Might be worth getting, actually. Nah, I feel like it's better to just push onwards. Is that brooch? Yeah. Not gonna print that, I'd rather keep my scrap. Then again, brooch is kinda helpful. It's better than a scrap for sure, but... What if we run into something better? I don't have any good white items really, so if we run into a really good printer, we're gonna print everything anyways right now. The mag is kinda good, but I don't feel like it's that good. Helps you, it's kinda necessary at the later stages, but I'm fine with just playing safe also. And just waiting cooldowns, if it comes to that. It's not a S tier item on Artificer, as some people might think. If it gave cooldown reduction or right click, then it would have been. But I feel like since you just have that first initial burst, usually isn't that good. A band, that's very good. Bands, on the other hand, are S-tier items on any character, honestly. As soon as you get a way to proc them. And we can proc them very easily with our right click. Attack speed printer doesn't really do too much to us. We would shoot faster, but you don't get faster cooldowns on left click. So the only way it becomes useful is if you have something that removes your cooldown, like Mind Stalks for an example. Bleed doesn't really do too much, like I said. We can proc it a couple of times, but we can't keep it up easily. I said I was gonna stick to 2 chests, but I completely forgot. We're gonna grab this chest, then we're gonna go straight for the boss. Medkit, that's really good. Really, really good. Gonna grab Sticky here. Sticky is not that good, honestly, but if you do get a proc, it deals a decent amount of damage. It might be behind there, the portal. Actually, it should be behind here, or it should be on the ledge over there, since I spawned close to the other side. I could play the shrine here, but I don't wanna spend too much time here. Okay, so it's out on the ledge. I should have checked that earlier. It's probably kind of far in, so that the artifacts isn't showing. Yeah, you can see it's over there. Oh, okay, nice. We're actually gonna grab this large chest here, and if we have extra money over, if it starts spawning a bunch of elites, we're gonna open the other chests. If we don't, I'm just gonna skip them. Here we go, guillotine. That is actually useful, but not yet. We're gonna probably run into 1 or 2 elite bosses on our way to the execute, the obelisk. Scrapper over there. I could scrap Tri-Trip, but it might help us on this stage and the next stage. It's basically only useful for your laser beam or fire beam. Oh, this is bad, honestly. I might have enough damage to kill this boss. Oh yeah, and your sticky bombs proc often from your R2. They don't deal that much damage when they proc from it though, because it's a lot of smaller hits. Ow, 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 ow. If I understand it correctly, we're gonna play safe here. Brass contraptions are very scary. Ow, I dodged that poorly. I should have cancelled my beam and just dodged. You should prioritize dodging, not dealing damage. Unless you know you can out-heal it. The spear is very, very good once you have bans for the flying monsters, brass contraptions specifically, and large wisps too. I would say the nano-bomb is better for anything on the ground though. And the wandering vagrants are also easier with the bomb, and you can hit most of the... I would say brass contraptions might be a bit hard to hit with the nano-bomb sometimes, but it's not too bad. Do I want to print anything? I am not too bothered. I know the fresh meat isn't doing too much, but it did save us here. It's the only healing item I have except the medkit, so we're gonna keep it. I clicked right. Okay, there we go. Scorch Acres again. We have both rings, which is very good. And since we freeze the target with right click also. Is that a tri-tip printer? Crowbar. No, we don't print it. One would be good, but I don't want to risk losing the medkit, honestly. That's the one thing I'm afraid of. Losing an armor piercing round wouldn't be too bad. Losing the mag would be kind of bad, but as I stated earlier, I'm okay with it. As long as you can get close enough to use your R, you don't need 2 charges of your right click. But on the next stage and onwards, we're not gonna be able to use our R really to kill bosses. One thing to learn whenever you're playing Artificer is to not overcharge your attack. Whenever you're dealing with lesser mobs, especially if you have a bunch of runal bands, it's better to just, you know, shoot it off and kill it with a bands rather than fully charging, because you're spending a lot of time charging. It slows you down whenever you're charging, and you can sprint, I guess. But yeah. You want to spend as little time as possible on dealing with mobs. We're probably just gonna go... I see crit glasses over there, that's good. We had 2 guillotines, I don't remember picking up the second one, honestly. But that's fine, I guess. Just gonna tap that one. What's this? Topaz brooch. It's bustling fungus. We're gonna grab sticky bombs here. High priority target. You wanna kill these fast. Artificers are really good dealing with champions, luckily. Champions are the larger monsters. I give a bit more gold, but also have more HP and usually a lot more scary. Goatooth, very good. Then we go for the teleport event. This is one of the worst teleporter events, just because it's out in the open. Whenever it's on the backside here, usually it's very scary, because it can spawn a bunch of machine gun dudes, especially if you're kind of late like I am. Another ring. We're gonna open that chest later. Actually, no, we're gonna kill this thing and then we're gonna open it. third guillotine, okay. Equipment chest. At this point, this event is gonna be hard no matter what. This is actually better than the radar. I think we gain 300 armor whenever we use it. I'm pretty sure 300, it might be 500. So whenever you know that you're gonna take a bunch of damage, you're gonna press it not as you take damage, you wanna use it before. Gonna focus this mob down, hopefully without dying. I'm just gonna run away for a bit here because we're so low. Remember survivability before everything else. Don't really care about completing the teleporter event fast if we die doing it. At this point, since we can't go close to bosses, our R is basically a take care of stuff that's too close to us that's scary button. Quite a mouthful, I know, but that's what I call it. So whenever our left click is down and our right click is down, we use it. Mags, of course, helps this by having your right click up more often. Ow. Wax Quail is gonna help us. I'm gonna put down a defensive wall here. We really want ways to heal right now. And we really want to deal with the burning imps. That guy's kind of scary. He's kind of easy to dodge, but sometimes they get hits in. See if I can hit that. I didn't. Okay, next stage is gonna be very scary. We have a lot of damage going for us right now, but we don't have much else. Wax Quail is gonna help us a bit, but we desperately need healing specifically because we're gonna take damage, and we want to make sure that whenever we do take that damage, I never used my elephant during that fight, by the way. I should have, but I was so low HP, so at that point, if anything large hit me, I would have died anyways. It would have decreased most of the attack's damage to 1, I guess, so I guess not, but we managed to get out fine anyways. Do I wanna do the boss? I don't wanna die. But then again, I guess it's more fun if I do the boss. Will-o'-the-Wisp would be kind of nice. Chrono Bubble is very nice if we get a death mark, but we don't have a death mark yet. We don't know when we're gonna get a death mark, so not gonna pick that up quite yet. I'm gonna take the Will-o'-the-Wisp. Chrono Bubble does slow monsters, which would help us a bit. Oh yeah, and we're so late so that we have the worms as regular enemies, by the way, which is a bad sign to have on stage 4. This stage is gonna be very hard. So I might as well just gamble it on getting a good red item. We do have a death mark here. Okay, that changes things. We're gonna grab the death mark. Left Sun Daisy is not good enough heal in order for us to take it over anything else. I'm gonna grab the book here and try not to die to the fucking worm of death. As you can see, the laser beam starts becoming very weak after a bit. It's very hard to hit a lot of these monsters. The Daisy is too bad of a heal in order for me to take it over Death Mark and Chrono Bubble. And since we're playing Artificer, we can force one debuff Our burn from our left click is a debuff. I have no idea how to deal with this though. I'm kind of struggling just killing monsters right now. Yeah, should have armored for that. I guess a slow might help us a bit. Should have restarted my game also. The birds are more scary than the worm right now. All of these jellyfish. Should have armored for that, honestly. I didn't even see that attack. Trying to get ring procs. This is very risky. I probably shouldn't go for this, but as long as we're fast, we should be good. I'm probably gonna die to the boss. Looks like, but if I manage to dodge it properly, the red item could save us. We killed the worm there, good. Gives us a lot of gold. Okay, we're taking a bit of time. At this point, we've spent so much time, so we're kind of leaning towards some kind of item to carry us anyways. That's really good. Decreases a lot of the dot damage that the worms do specifically, and the lesser imps also. Floating like this is really good because it makes it, you move at a weird speed for the mobs, so it's kind of hard for them to hit you. Scrapper, don't really care about that right now. Another armor plate is very good. I wanna save lunar coins for a bit. We have 21, so we're doing pretty good, but I don't feel like a lunar item right now is gonna save me. I wanna go for a few more items. Also, I wanna spawn the boss, of course. Keep forgetting. Tri-tip is not gonna do a lot. Neither will the bustling fungus, honestly, because we can't really stand still at this point. We're not fighting Mithrix. Okay, so it's the red item that we're leaning on here. If I can just find the egg nests. I haven't checked up here yet. Ow. One more. There we go. Has a lot more HP. Oh, we actually procced the Death's Mark there. I guess the slow from... There was a chest there, I should open that. Don't really want to use the beam too much here, I accidentally cancelled it. Ow. We're mostly leaning on ring procs to take care of the worship unit. So you can see it deals a decent chunk. Tri-tip, that's not gonna change anything. Oops. Uh-oh. Ah. Better to just miss that spear, honestly, and save the... Uh-oh. The ring proc. As long as we don't get... I'm really bad at dodging the... not this attack, the regular attack that this guy does. I popped my elephant there just because I didn't want to get hit. Ow, that elephant saved us there. Please die, thank you. Okay. Now we're gonna get a really bad red item here. Yeah, head stompers. Well, no fall damage, I guess, but that doesn't really save us. Actually, it might kill us in the end. I don't like this jump arc at all. Nano-bomb here would be really good. Actually, we might be able to get enough kills while floating here. Now that I think about it. Nah, I landed. I should be able to do it. I want a Will-o'-the-Wisp, honestly, for that achievement. Would have been very easy to do. And probably Hope of Feathers. Wandering Regions in here with a bunch of mobs is kind of scary, especially with head stompers, because I'm jumping really badly. Elder Lemurians are a bit of a bigger priority here than the Wandering Vagrants. I am gonna die. Popping elephant here in case something clips me. I'm gonna try to hide behind here. Hopefully we don't fall down. Good. Just focusing on killing the high threat targets. Put down a wall here. Popping elephant in case I get unlucky. Gonna try to proc the rings over there. Bronze contraption is scary. There we go. Okay, now we need to try to finish this. Gonna laser beam this thing down. I'm gonna die here. Ooh, I needed to kill it there. I had no way of dodging. And my elephant wasn't up. Okay. I'm probably gonna proc this quite often, actually. Because I'm always on low HP. Not gonna try to proc it though. Wanted to freeze the jellyfish there, and that's why I aimed for it. Ow. Oh, there's the chest. I thought I saw something. Focus crystal doesn't do anything. Really only useful on like stage 1 for us. Okay. Rough stage, we didn't get too much. Death's Mark is gonna help us. And the slow from Chrono Bubble is gonna help us. The armor plates are gonna help us, I guess. But it wasn't like a game changer that stage. So we're probably gonna die this stage or next stage. Cautious Slug might actually be worth investing in. We want to look around a little bit more, especially if we find a scrapper though. Should have aimed more to the left. Monster Tooth, not very good on Artificer. We don't want to walk through the mobs we kill. So it's not the healing item we're looking for, honestly. Medkits and cautious slugs are honestly what we're looking for. I might have killed myself by summoning that magma worm there, if we're unlucky. Tri-tip again. As you can see, they struggle. The lesser wisps hits us whenever we're floating, but most other things don't. We need to hit them twice now in order to kill them with our regular left click. Rusted key, not anything that's gonna change anything. The parents are kind of scary if you let them get close, but they have kind of bad pathing. They don't use their teleport unless you're close to them. So they won't use the teleport to teleport over ridges, etc. unless you're standing close enough for them to do that. We're gonna grab the feather there for sure. I know that the ukulele would be kind of good, but I feel like we need the extra jump and mobility more than we need damage right now. We're not all set on damage, honestly, but we're gonna die unless we do something. There's a scrapper here. I'm probably gonna try to scrap my tri-tips and get the cautious slug. The reason why only the tri-tips is because they are stacked. Ow. So they're faster to click on. This is very scary. I really wish I had Nano-Bomb instead of Nano-Spear here, honestly. It deals way more damage and it's way easier to clear with it. Ow. Okay, we need to just get the fuck away. We got the our Genesis loop proc there, so it cleared a bit for us, but this overloading brass contraption is scary. There we go. We need to clear out the worms too. One of them died. We can't really scrap right now. The worm and the mushrooms make it too hard. I'm gonna kill off the brass contraption. It's not that important. I mean, the cautious slugs, they give flat HP health over time. And since we don't have that much HP on this character, they're kind of good. Of course, they get worse and worse the longer you progress, but having like 4 of them is probably gonna be enough healing for a bit. Okay, so it should be kind of early. There it is. And then we just pick them up. There was 2 cautious slug printers over here. The worst part about the right-click attacks of this character is that you can't keep holding it. It releases by itself after a while. We're gonna get this. We unlocked it recently. It's the gnarled wood sprite. Heals you over time, and you can press Q for it to heal a bit more. I think it's 15% of your HP. And you can also send it to teammates, but then it will stop healing you while it's healing your teammate. This works on drones too, so you need to be careful if you have any drones alive, so that you don't try to heal yourself and then you click on the drone instead. It uses the same targeting system as Royal Capacitor. Kill this thing off. I could start unlocking some artifacts, but I don't really care too much about that right now. We're probably gonna leave them for later. PSG, not something we're looking for. Energy drink. 1 or 2 wouldn't be too bad, but I don't want to spend time printing. We spent a lot of time on this stage already. We're gonna go up and get that multi-shop up there, and then we're probably gonna try to find a teleporter, and it looks... okay, it's over there, good. There's another scrapper there. Trying to look and see. I mean, the fireworks would be good to scrap, but I don't want to run back a bunch. I'd rather have a stage with a good 3D printer and a scrapper than print a bunch of stuff now and then just have it as scrap for a long time. Chrono Bubble, Rose Buckler, Stealth Kit is good. Gives us some breathing room whenever something deals heavy damage to us. Ah, I'm really bad at aiming the spear. I haven't used it too much. Am I really gonna die for a fresh meat? Yep, apparently I am. Okay. That's gonna end the episode. We didn't really unlock too much, but I got to play around with the spear a bit. We're gonna play another character next time. Probably Merc or Acrid or Captain, since we haven't played them yet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.